Morning Show.
Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show, live and direct from Nortevisión Studios here in Orange Walk, to be exact, on San Lorenzo Road. Muy buenos días todos y bienvenidos a esta edición de Sugar City Morning Show para hoy, jueves 12 de diciembre, un día súper especial. Y especialmente cuando estamos hablando de los mexicanos, bueno, en particular de los mexicanos. El día de la fiesta de la Virgen Guadalupe. A todas las familias que son ferventes seguidores y creyentes, les saludo, les felicito por su fe y les digo que continúen con su fe. Especial también aquí en Belice hay muchos seguidores, cantidad de seguidores. Adelante con su fe. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión Canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo. Estamos transmitiendo por aire a sus casas, a sus hogares. Un servicio especial, gratuito, de parte de la familia Vega y la gerencia, especialmente para ustedes, los que viven aquí en el norte del país, Orange Walk, Pueblo y Aldeas, y Corozal, Pueblo y Aldeas. Muy buenos días a todos que nos ven a través de este medio. También estamos transmitiendo en vivo por cable a todo el país de Belice, empezando Corozal, Orange Walk, por supuesto, la ciudad de Belice, Ladyville, Hattieville, Belmopan, también todas las aldeas entre medio, Santa Elena, San Ignacio, Benque Viejo, San José Socots, Dangriga, Punta Gorda y también San Pedro. Un atento saludo a todos los que nos ven en San Pedro y muy buenos días a todos. Yo sé que tenemos gran cantidad de seguidores en San Pedro por la gran cantidad de norteños que viven en San Pedro. Muy buenos días todos que han ido a chambear ahí. Muy buenos días y les enviamos cordiales saludos desde aquí en Otrobenque, perdón. Compañeros, como siempre, empezamos nuestro día 12 de diciembre en la forma usual, con nuestra oración. Ya van casi 5 años. Y al principio la gente me preguntaba, bueno, Manuel, ¿qué onda contigo? ¿Eres pastor? ¿Eres padre? ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Por qué oras tanto? Yo no les contesté, sino les dije simplemente, la pregunta no es cómo yo oro, sino porque tú no lo haces. Porque es una responsabilidad que debe de hacer a todo individuo que está consciente de su presencia aquí en el universo, de que se haga preguntas y ya luego entonces que revise su fe. Pero muchos de nosotros no lo hacemos, simplemente repetimos lo que se nos dice y no lo ponemos, no pensamos, no lo analizamos como debemos de, no analizamos nuestra fe. Dicen que no es necesario, que es malo analizar tu fe. Yo digo al contrario, porque eso lo hace más fuerte. Al contrario. Por favor, te pido que te unas conmigo a decir, Padre, muchas gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Por la vida, por la salud, por las fuerzas, por tu perdón, por tu gracia, por las enseñanzas, por tu cuidado. Por todo, Padre, muchas gracias. Mi fe me dice que tú nos amas intensamente y que haces todo por nuestro camino. Muchas veces no entendemos la razón detrás de las cosas, pero y nos enojamos y nos enfadamos y nos quedamos todo hechos un molote de nervios, pero repítenos, Padre, perdónanos, porque no sabemos. Yo sé que tú haces todo por nuestro camino y muchas veces eso causa que nos sentamos desanimados porque no salió nuestro plan como yo lo quería. Nos sentimos fuera de orden, fuera de órbita porque no salió las cosas como yo lo hubiera querido. Permítenos entender, Padre, que todo se hace según tu tiempo y según tu deseo. Si debió salir, salió. Y si no debió salir, no salió. Punto. Y aceptación. Tener mucha aceptación a esto. Padre, muchas gracias por todas tus enseñanzas. Muchas gracias por todo. Dios, tú me hablas a diario. A mi conciencia. Te pido, Padre, que como siempre que sanes a los enfermos, que cuides de los niños desamparados y también de los viejitos abandonados. Y hay tanta más gente que tiene una necesidad u otra. Ayúdanos, Padre, perdónanos, llénanos de tu gracia. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Thank you for joining with me. This is the general weather forecast for today, Thursday, the 12th of December. And the general situation calls for relatively moist and unstable conditions prevailing over the country of Belize. The 24-hour forecast is we're going to be having cloudy spells today and tonight with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, especially over the south. The winds blowing from the northeast, 5 to 15 knots. The sea stayed light chop. The temperatures along the coast, 82 as a high, 73 as a low. Inland, 86 as a high and 68 as a low. And in the hills, 75 degrees as a high and 64 as a low. If you notice today, this morning earlier, there was a lot of fog. Even now, there's a bit of fog. And my parents would look up at the sky and say, hoy va a ser calor. Today is going to be very hot. Yes, generally, that is true. That is very true. But what's also true, and I repeat, is that the Indians way back, the North American Indians, used to look up in the sky and see all the fog, and they would say, storm in 3 days, which has been proven to be true as well. And in other words, storm meaning a change of weather in 3 days. And that's generally true. The fog accumulates when there's cold air aloft that is coming in advance of a cold front per se, but it's coming and it's way up high. And the hot air is trying to evaporate, yes. And it cannot, because there's cold air aloft. And the cold air just keeps on pressing it down. So it's really a cloud that is at ground level. But eventually it recedes. I only know of 1 or 2 places that I've visited where all the way up to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there is still fog. And that would be East Boot Bay Harbor, Maine, close to Canada. The outlook for tomorrow, Friday, and Friday night is for only isolated showers to develop. A high tide occurs this morning at 10:41, a low tide at 3:31, another high tide at 9:53 tonight, and another low tide tomorrow morning at 2 minutes after 5. The sun rose this morning at 6:13, and the sun is setting at 5:19. And the moon is also setting. Well, actually, the moon just set at 6:31 and is rising again at 5:58 this evening. Thank you, Francisca Wellington, for this information. Muy buenos días a todos. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, jueves 12 de diciembre. Y de nuevo, muchas felicidades a las personas, a las que cumplen años también. A propósito, muchas personas cumplen años hoy y también a todos los seguidores y creyentes en la Virgen de Guadalupe. Hoy es su día. Condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables controlan el clima sobre nuestro país. Entonces, para las siguientes 24 horas, vamos a ver periodos de nubosidad durante el curso del día hoy y también por la noche, con algunos chubascos y tormentas aisladas ocurriendo, pero especialmente sobre el sur del país. Los vientos del noreste, de 5 a 15 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado. Temperaturas por la costa 82 como una máxima, 73 como una mínima. En el interior 86 como una máxima y 68 como una mínima. Y por las colinas 75 como una máxima y 64 como una mínima. No hay advertencias en el lugar. ¿Y qué se espera para mañana viernes y viernes por la noche? Chubascos aislados ocurriendo especialmente por la noche. Una marea alta a las 10:41, una baja a las 3:31 por la tarde, luego otra alta a las 9:53 por la noche y otra baja a las 5:02 mañana por la mañana. El sol salió hoy a las 6:13 y el sol se oculta a las 5:19. Recuerden de que cuando acerquemos al 21 de diciembre es cuando tenemos el día más corto. No estoy diciendo que va a ser menos de 24 horas, pero va a haber el día con menos claridad versus oscuridad. Así que el 21 de diciembre es generalmente el día cuando tenemos menos claridad y ya entonces ese día empieza el ciclo de nuevo, ya con días un poco más largos, hasta que lleguemos al 21 de junio, cuando se reversa el proceso. Es un proceso que ha estado ocurriendo por años, miles de años, podría decir que está por millones de años. Simplemente así es. El sol salió hoy, como dije, a las 5:19 y se oculta a las 6:13 y la luna se ocultó a las 6:31 y sale por la tarde a las 5:58. Muchas gracias, Francisca Wellington, y también las otras personas laborando en el National Med Service, porque pues esto es una compilación de información de distintas mesas de trabajo, así que indudablemente pues muchas personas han tenido su input en este reporte. Entonces, pues les extiendo las gracias a todos y también quiero extenderle las gracias y muchas felicidades a las personas que están trabajando durante el curso de la noche. Muchas veces los tomamos por dado, como un hecho, los tomamos, we take them for granted, y no nos damos cuenta que cuando nosotros estamos amochaditos en la cama y que ellos siguen trabajando. Y entonces, pues, hay que felicitarlos, hay que darles las gracias, hay que sobre todo reconocer su trabajo. Muchas gracias a los trabajadores de las fábricas, también a las personas, agentes de seguridad, también las enfermeras, los doctores, los trabajadores en los hospitales, también pues todo tipo de trabajadores que se mantengan despiertos, los aduaneros también, algunos agentes de migración pues están en las fronteras, que se tienen que mantener abierta esos servicios, como siempre, los policías, soldados. Hay que reconocer su trabajo de esta gente. Y les felicito y les doy las gracias. Muchas gracias. Vamos rápidamente a una pausa. Son las 7:18, pero antes tenemos que reconocer a nuestros patrocinadores: German Vega Sons, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors, también Government of Belize Information Service Belize Tourist Board y las tiendas ENR. Vamos a una pausa, yo les Mitchell, vamos a una pausa a este momento y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit down park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you are registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future, a nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. I don't have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Ma'am, You know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house, and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room, and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, you know, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way, so we need to register the room. I wish I know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTV.
But I need some salt. John! 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 Two of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
SugarCity Morning Show.
Notice the resident.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 26 minutes after 7 o'clock. A las 7:26 minutos. Please join me again, as always, this morning in saying good morning and welcome to our very good friend, Mr. Robert El Único Checky Usher. Good morning, Mr. Usher.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing this morning?
Why, well, we got life, you know. So you're okay.
So, but you're doing okay.
Yeah, I believe I'm okay. Try to be optimistic, try to be positive in everything as we say good morning to everyone out there. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show.
And all those people celebrating their birthdays today.
Yes, yes.
I know some people who are also, if Mr. Man was alive, do you recall him? If Mr. Man from, he has a very proper English name, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Who used to sell hot dogs and stuff.
Gumersindo Richards?
Gumersindo Richards?
Yeah. Indian.
Yeah,
today the man knocking mañanitas today.
Oh, yes.
Celebrate
he was a
Virgen
fervent believer of La Virgen de Guadalupe.
Yeah, and that is celebrated here in Orange Walk. It's also celebrated in Shaibe. And the next one is, what's the name of that? Paraíso.
All over.
Yeah.
Belize City as well.
Yeah, I know they have big celebration, but it's missing in this area because Gumersindo is not here and his wife passed as well. So there's nobody there to hold up the tradition.
But there are people who are holding up the tradition, but just not in the magnitude that Mr. Richard, Mr.
Yes.
Gumersindo, what?
Gumersindo
Richards was doing it. So he used to get voladores and all of that.
Yes, he used to go band.
Band?
Yeah, Youth Connection used to always play there.
Or Unijo.
One night like tonight, we have a crank up right there. So.
Fidjo?
Yes, man. This morning, I got a mañanitas. I usually have 12 days of mañanitas. This morning, I got a big mañanitas, and then they had the procession today in the evening. After that, people gather there for a little mass. After that, the band crank up and people eat up the hot dog and tamales and have fun. He always told me that was the dream and the desire of his wife. And he said that, I stopped that until the wife died. But unfortunately, he died before his wife. You know, and she tried to keep it up, but, you know, and she passed away as well. So I don't think the family the whole tradition in
Well,
that magnitude again. No?
It's an expensive thing.
Expensive, yes.
You can imagine feeding so many people and
paying a band too.
And paying a band and with voladores and the whole works. I mean,
yeah.
He says we're talking here thousands of dollars. I imagine that he must have been saving up for months.
Yeah,
before.
because from around July he starts paying for the band. You know, drop only something. So by the time the 12th of December come, the band done covered. Then he start buying the soft drinks and other things. So he really used to manage out himself good, no? But also today, Mr. Martinez, I'm very happy for the persons from Orange Walk North because the Honorable Gaspar Vega is starting the issuance of hams and little goodies to residents of Orange Walk North. And yesterday, he was in San Antonio and what's the name of the next village? Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz.
Yeah, he was there yesterday with going around and giving out goodies. So we're going to touch that later because we have some footage as well, some pictures to show. And today he's expected to be in San Luis and San Roman. So he's reaching out to all the villages.
I'm glad for that. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for the people also. I'm happy with Mr. Gaspar as well.
Yeah, so congratulations to Mr. Vega and the persons from Orange Walk North, and we will be touching that later with some footage as well. But we need to communicate with Delvi because it's Thursday, so we'll try to see if we can communicate with Delvi. Did you saw the little clip from the policeman yesterday with the issuance of the hams?
No, I did not.
You know,
is that on the news? I didn't watch the news.
What they do like a little prank.
Oh, you mean the little surprise Santa?
Yeah, like a little prank, and the policemen are out there, so they stop the bus. You know, then they stop the bus and we want to know who ale para el bus. One lady said, yo no sé por qué me sacaron del bus, porque yo tengo mis papeles. And you know, they take down people up on the bus and then, you know, someone, you know, they tell them, okay, this is an initiative from the police department.
But hold on.
Yeah.
But did you see it on Channel 7?
Yeah. I think.
Are you sure?
No, it was on Love. It was on Love. But I knew they were coming here because...
it was here in Orange Walk?
Yes, in Orange Walk on the York Creek Road. Some
people think that was they're calling off for contraband.
They were feeling like contraband, you know?
Oh,
that the full mobile, you know? And so they came into town and they stopped right there by there. And they stopped one of the bus and they pull up the bus and the police they go into the bus and people they get frightened. They say, ¿por qué me estás sacando? Yo tengo mis papeles. Biga me papers. You know?
Kidding me.
Yeah, and I tell her, well, you know, Mr. Kokomo is there along with his officers as well. And I say, well, you know what? We are from the police department. We just try to make a great Christmas. Some persons were crying, but with joy and happiness. Because some people not really may see the Christmas. Because,
so
you know,
everybody got a prize or something?
Not everyone. Not everyone on the bus. Because you know them bus them full, right? But the persons that when they take out of the bus, you come. If you check your bag. You know?
No.
Yes, man. A lady trip. Yo tengo mis papeles. But she didn't know it was a prank, and then it ended up joyful, happiness. So
what were they giving away?
Ham.
Ham?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
you.
Oh,
good Lord.
So it's a good initiative from the police department. But not frighten people like that.
Mr. Juanito, you're too rude.
Yeah. Every time I look for jump out and the bus are run, don't you? Yeah, but that's happening countrywide, you know. It happened in Belize City already. Yesterday was the North. I'm not sure if they did Corozal yesterday, but they did Orange Walk yesterday. So I believe it will be hitting all the districts. But we got Delve. We are hit San Pedro now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
You hear Mr. Martinez laugh up, Joe?
I didn't listen to no conversation. I may look for run too.
You may look for run, Joe? Yeah, if they go in at the bus, I tell, hey, Delview, get down, come out of the bus. We need to talk to you.
Yeah, boy, I got my papers.
Yo tengo mis papeles. Yeah, but it's good, man. It's a good initiative from the department. Whosoever they help the department in helping them finance this, what they are doing, we like to say a big thank you to them as well. Because I know the police department don't got money for buy anything and get them right, pa? people usually help them. So we'd like to thank those persons as well, and the encouragement and the whole thought of it is something very good. But I don't know if right to so many people, man. You stop the hell of Mr. Juanito Boting, yeah?
Okay, well, let's get to...
get down to business with Delve.
Yes, let's get inspired this morning.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the conversation this morning. You know, the laughter for the morning is good.
So,
Oh, yes.
That is the best thing that you can possibly do. Sometimes when I get up in the morning and you feel groggy and you feel like, you go like, change that attitude. Get into the shower. I put on, invariably put on some comedy or something like that. And even if it's not funny, I laugh it out.
Yeah.
I laugh it out. Just to get my lungs going and everything going. And my neighbors must think I'm crazy, I'm nuts or something, but I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, well, Delvin, let's get into the point for today, please.
All right, sure. Okay, this one I have is entitled Faithful Love.
Okay.
How God's love is faithful, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. Yes, of course.
Yes, God's love is always faithful to us. Sometimes situation don't look or feel like it, but
Yes,
He's here.
that's true.
All right, so faithful love. Who said anything about being perfect? The Lord said, come as you are. He's not asking you to pretend to be holy. He knows where you've been and that you came from far. He's not asking you to go crazy, putting crosses all around your home. He's asking for your heart, the place where he left his throne. He's not asking for $1 million altar and overpriced wine. Your praise and your worship, your gratefulness will be just fine. For he is a loving and merciful God, the lover of our soul. But know that there is a judgment day coming. Let the truth be told. That he is waiting on us, and that all should come to repentance and be saved. For a day will come when the skies break open, but for now we live by his grace. The Lord is mighty and powerful over every breath. Every breath is in his hand. He is the one that's perfect. That though many times we fail him, he still has unconditional love for man.
Okay, I liked it, but I just want to ask you a question, and it's a very simple question, and I'm sure that you'll answer it quickly. God gives us, and God gives us, and God gives us so much. And we receive, and we receive, and we receive so much. What is he asking from us in turn? That's the question.
I believe he's asking for our hearts, for us. You know, like, if you give your child a present, you'd expect at least the child to say thanks, you know, gratitude. You know, and God gives us so much. He created us. And, you know, the way we live our lives, the way we treat one another, the way we give respect to him is what we give back.
So in other words, what you're telling me, that pretty much coincides with what I believe. I believe that God is very simply asking us to love each other as he loves us, and to share with everybody else, you know, in pretty much the same manner. And in that way, you are loving him back, you know, and to love yourself, and to love your neighbors, and to love your family, and love each other. But unfortunately, we don't do it. It's if a ton of gold would drop from heaven, and God would have told us, share this within all the people, some people would have liked to take it all home and not share it with anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just our nature to be egoistic and to be greedy. But God tells us, don't be like that. Share with everybody. Share.
Yeah.
Thank you, Delby. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much always for the opportunity. Have
Yes.
a great day.
You too.
Thanks
now.
again.
Bye.
Also, Mr. Martinez, today I'd like to regret to announce the passing of Mr. Hipólito Bautista, no? He will be here at 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah, Mr. Hipólito Bautista, he was a journalist as well. He used to be...
Hipólito died.
Yeah. He used to be, I think, the second in command of broadcasting officer at Radio Belize one time. And I think that was the same time when the heads of agreement was up, and when the premier tell him at the time, do what you need to do, keep Radio Belize on, don't go off the air. I understand persons were trying to enter Radio Belize as well to try to close it down, but he was there locked up and broadcasting. He was very inspirational in the formation of the commercial free zone as well. You know, he was in politics. He also served in different capacities in government ministries, and he passed away yesterday morning. You know? I'm not sure if you know Mr. Bautista.
I have met him a couple of times, yes.
Okay, very influential person, very kind, very upstanding of what he wants, you know. So our condolences goes out to the family.
I'd like to extend my sincere condolences as well to the family. And also I'd like to extend my sincerest condolences to my very, very good friend, Esther, on the passing of her husband, Harry. You know who that is?
Harry. You don't get me.
Esther, who works at Shed One Stop.
Oh, Harry died?
Harry died.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He's still it, right?
Did it, yes.
Yeah, I know Harry Goodman. He in the Albert family. Yeah. I know Harry very, very good. He lives on Cemetery.
No, he doesn't live on Cemetery.
I think he has a business.
Has a business on Cemetery Road, but he lives in front of Ramada.
Yeah, well, condolences.
Sincere condolences. I just got to know about it yesterday, and late, and or else I would have gone to the wake. But I extend my sincere condolences to the entire family. I'll be honest with you. I'd like to say that Esther is a rock, is bedrock of faith. And I like to think that her faith is going to keep her strong, and her faith is going to give her acceptance. But I know it hurts, and I do know that you're going to miss your spouse, but believe me, keep the faith, and continue serving the Lord. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
so my condolences again to the entire family.
I take it that as we will eat, but I'm not sure. After you read it, tell me what you think. Read the thing, man.
Progreso también tuvo mañanitas y procesión. Perdón, a las 4:30 de la mañana. Hay misa y van a dar pibil a rato.
So that's all like we invited, or?
Wow, okay, pues gocen su pibil.
Yes, good.
Gocen su pibil.
We will
Ojalá
take.
podamos ir ahí y traernos la olla de pibil.
Yeah, we will take a break. When we come back, we will be showing the pictures.
7:43, vamos a tomar una pausa. Estamos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios.
Notice to residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community. the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show when it's exactly 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. I was distressed yesterday when I heard the news that of the activity that's going on, the criminal activity that's going on in Sokots. And that the people have decided
enough is enough.
Enough is enough. they believe to their hearts that the police is not doing anything about it, and decided to take the law in their own hands. And a group of persons, and in about 30 vehicles or so, if I'm not mistaken, came out and tried to look for these assailants, these people. Now, we only have what is reported from Channel 7 and Channel 5 in the news. And I'd like to ask our friends in Sokots to call us and tell us what is the latest, if there's any news coming out of Sokots. La familia Cocom, si es que nos pudiera llamar, or somebody from Sokots who can call us and tell us what is the latest situation there. If it's already, if the situation is calm, or, I beg your pardon, if there is still tension, if there is still fear, we would really appreciate if to get some input from San Jose Sokots. I know you're watching us, and I do know that.
Hello, good morning, SugarCity Morning Show.
Sí, buenos días. Estoy llamando de San Pedro. Es que no se oye su voz.
¿O no se oye el voz?
No.
Ok, pues muchas gracias. Okay. Vamos a chequear con los técnicos. Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Muchas gracias. Pues nos dice que no escuchan nuestra voz, pero sí ven la imagen. Sí sale de aquí la voz y imagen, ¿verdad? Todo sale de aquí, de este estudio. La voz y la imagen sale, pero desafortunadamente cuando se distribuye, se manda Belmopan, y luego de Belmopan se manda no sé a dónde, y no sé a dónde, y no sé a dónde. Y ahí, durante el curso de esas enviadas, entonces no sé qué sucederá, pero se pierde muchas veces el sonido o la calidad de la imagen. Desafortunadamente.
And it happens in different areas at times, you know, but the technicians get on it. As soon as we get in touch with them, they do their best to make sure it gets on back. So we'll make sure that we get in touch with them to get it on back. But we are talking about the Sokots issue right now, and right after that we have the pictures. Rahim almost have the pictures ready to show from the visit of the Honorable Gaspar Vega. What happened is, Emmanuel, these folks from Sokots, they believe that it's person from across the borders.
Yes, they believe that they're coming in their Toyotas to do the job.
And they are targeting mostly Toyota vehicles, because you know in Guatemala, Toyota is very popular in Guatemala. So these are some of the vehicles. A gentleman spoke and he said that they tied him up, they tied up his wife, and he had to tell them, you know what, take the vehicle, go, take it. You know, and it's very dangerous, you know. Apart from what they are stealing you, it's a very, very dangerous situation they are living in that area right now. I believe the commissioner was supposed to had a meeting yesterday with the villagers, but if somebody can call us and tell us what came out from that meeting, that would be good.
Yes, that's why I'm asking people from Sokots to call us and to keep us informed as to what is the current situation there, if it is still tense, and if it is pretty much settled already.
Right.
I'd like for them to call us. Nos gustaría que nos llame la gente de Sokots, por favor, a informarnos qué es la situación actual, si es que todavía sigue tensa la situación o si ya se ha reparada la situación con luego de la visita del comisionado de policía. Y nos gustaría escuchar de ustedes. Mientras tanto, vamos a darle en inglés un reporte rápido de lo que sucedió en Sokots, para que luego que lo escuchen se den cuenta por qué la gente lo vio importante para unirse como comunidad y para levantarse y decir, ya no puedo más, ya no aguanto más esto. Vamos a tomar esto en las manos porque esto no nos gusta enteramente. Sokots, it says, A mob of villagers combed the Nazarene area in search of thieves who they believe have been terrorizing the community over the last couple of weeks. And that is the basic note to the story. Well, Sokots residents could have used the police's manpower. They could have. But last night, with a crew of thieves roaming the village looking for the next target, over the last couple of weeks, there have been a series of vehicle and motorcycle robberies in the village. And the residents say that the police have not been doing their job. So there have been robberies of vehicles, robberies of motorcycle, and also, what I imagine, the robberies, general robberies. So the police are not doing enough. So the residents took the matter into their own hands, which is not always the best thing to do. But it only begins to tell you that up to what point they were emotionally. They formed an armed mob and chased after the alleged culprits. They had about, the interview says, we had about 30 vehicles and about 100 neighbors.
Man.
30 vehicles? That's a lot. And about 100 neighbors who had flashlight sticks and machete trying to catch the person, but unfortunately it didn't happen. I can tell you one thing. If you have 100 people and 30 vehicles with people with machetes and sticks and things, you think you're going to come back there?
Yeah, and these people are living in fear, no, Mr. Martinez. They fear for their lives as well, because a gentleman from, I think it's from Bullet Tree, was saying that Bengana area robbed him too.
Jorge Cholin, who is a resident of Sokots, says, I saw my Sokots people coming out. That is good, because no policeman come out and do this thing. You know what they target? Poor junk man like me. That is what they target. They come and arrest you and beat up you when those things happen. They don't want to they put some kind of complaint that they can't come in. I'm happy that they started and it won't stop. All Sokots are angry with what Guatemalans doing, and I don't mince my words. And you must be wondering, why is it that he mentioned Guatemalans are doing? All of a sudden he's talking about Guatemalans. And he says, while Cholin is convinced that it is Guatemalans who are invading their village, another resident believes it is a mix of Guatemalan and Sokots residents who are terrorizing the community. So, can it be a gang of mix of both Guatemalan and Sokots people, or can it be only Sokots, or can it be only Guatemalan people? Well, the people are pretty much sure that there is Guatemalan involvement here.
Yep.
And it's not entirely coming out of Sokots. There has to be Guatemalan involvement in that. So, in this group terrorizing them. Another resident said, we here at the village, we are analyzing stuff. The vehicle targeted are more Toyota. And you know, Toyota vehicles are very popular in Guatemala. So the people who are stealing these vehicles are Guatemalans, but the only ones going around homes shaking the windows and doors, they are local thieves. Okay, so we have two scenarios. One of vehicle robbers who they believe are Guatemalans, and then the ones who are going in and shaking the doors and so forth, these are the local thieves. So
it could be a merger as well, you know.
Could be a merger.
Right, it could be maybe the ones from Sokots they try see how they could open that part and then maybe sell it to the Guatemalans. They come across the border, and you know, it could be that they happen too.
All of that is happening, but the point is, where is the police in all of this? How come the police can't catch them if this is so going on so rampant? How is it that there aren't detectives and officers on the ground trying to find out who these people are? I mean, up to now, it seems to me that the police did absolutely nothing, because that only begins to explain why the people decided to get up and say, and bring sticks and do their own job, and do the job of the police.
Yeah.
So, it's it's very it's discouraging. That's the word I want. It's discouraging, and for sure, I am sure that the people from Sokots deserve more than what they're getting right now. They deserve good police attention, just like everybody else, and especially since they're close to the border, man.
Yes, man. Yes. Yeah, so I want to get more info on that part. We can touch more on it. So now,
Wait, hold on. Just don't go too fast. I'm just going to quickly finish this because then there's another resident that says it was around 8:15 in the night when I heard the dogs barking, and then I step out. I saw someone point a gun to my wife. So there was another person who had jumped the window and had a gun as well. The next person opened the door, and as a third person came. So as that happened, my kids started to cry. My first reaction was to open my arms so that I can somehow protect them. At that time, as that happened, one of the robbers asked for the car keys. But as my children started to cry, my wife started to get in a shock. So the person that was standing outside, he tried to shoot my wife.
What?
So my reaction was to get the keys and tell the person, that's the keys, and you could take the vehicle. Then they tried to strap my wife, and they had her facing the ground. They did the same thing to me, and then I saw they run out of the house, and from there I tried to loose myself. He freed himself and his wife, and they called the police, but he said that relatives from Bullet Tree arrived before the police. His neighbors from Bullet Tree. Okay.
I think he's from Bullet Tree. I think that
Yes.
that is that happened in
No,
Bullet Tree.
in Bullet Tree is here, and so they must have gone
Yeah.
through the back road. Okay. Aside from turning into vigilantes by night, residents are taking a proactive approach by clearing the bushy areas that the thieves would use as a cover. Voice of another resident: we have been trying to clean the area because we have received information that robbers are coming through the high bush in our area, and so I want to have the place as clear as possible so we can sight them from far. I know that the community at the moment is in high alert. Alfredo Manzanero, who is the chairman of the village council in Sokot, says, we are working with the village council first, second the minister of the area, and also the minister of national security to implement some security in the area. Now, we know that there was a meeting with Chester Williams and some high-profile police. What we don't know is what happened if as a consequence of that meeting and a consequence of the police involvement, if there has been some sort of respite with the activity there, and if everything is calm in Sakot, we would like to get some info, some feed from Sakot, if possible. Please call us and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I think that means that they should have also invited the general, the person in command of the BDF as well, since it's pertaining to the border area, because BDF usually do patrols around that area and not try to see if they can put some vigilance.
Well, all of that is
area.
possible,
You
so
understand?
I'm sure that they're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
No, back to you.
Yeah, Mr. Martinez, we'll be having UB coming up shortly, but we mentioned earlier today that the Honorable Gaspar Vega has visited two of the villages that he represents in the Orange Walk North constituency, and that was San Antonio and Santa Cruz. He is doing a personal visit to the villages, and he's handing out some Christmas goodies to them, which includes hams as well, no? So I understand that all residents in the villages will be receiving that personal house-to-house visit.
That personal touch.
Yeah, personal touch from their area representative in this Christmas time.
I'm so glad that this is happening.
You know,
it speaks well about the intentions of Mr. Gaspar.
Right, and as we can see, that I believe that is that's one of the pictures there of his visit yesterday, and persons are not, and they are happy as well, Mr. Martinez.
What I like to see is that it's not only Mr. Gaspar is there; it's Mr. German who's there as well.
Yeah, which is his brother, and his brother always stays close to him, no? They are a family that is very united and they stay together. If you are in it, well, I'm in it with you as well. No?
So, we're glad. Quiero felicitar al señor German y al señor Gaspar por esta gestión de estar visitando a la gente en San Antonio y Santa Cruz, que por lo general ha sido su área de don Mr. German, ¿no? Ha sido su área de Mr. German, su área preferida, su área predilecta. Así que, pues hubiera faltado si no hubiera ido. Hubiera
Mr. German wasn't there,
Yes, he would have been missing. Terribly missing.
Yeah, there is a crowd of residents there, along with Mr. Gaspar and Mr. German as well. And today they will be visiting
San Román and San Luis.
San Román is San Luis. El honorable Gaspar Vega va a estar allí hoy.
Oye, ahí todos tenemos las imágenes de los regalos que se están obsequiando a los residentes de San Antonio y de Santa Cruz. Y luego el discurso del día de hoy será San Román y San Luis. Una gestión muy bonita de parte del representante del área, el señor honorable Gaspar Vega y su familia para visitar personalmente. It's importante, personally.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. You know, it's hard to visit all the houses, but it's good that he's doing it personally and going to all the houses there to visit and drop off that little goodie for Christmas.
Así que, hay cierta gente que me suele preguntar, bueno, el señor Gaspar trabajar hoy. Pues yo no creo que trabaje hoy en su oficina, así que me imagino de que
the office will not be opening right now.
Así que no van a estar abriendo la oficina estos días hasta luego del año nuevo, porque pues obviamente está visitando personalmente las casas, los hogares, no las casas, los hogares.
And before we go on the break, Mr. Martinez, the Honorable Gaspar Vega, in collaboration with the SugarCity MorningShow Vegas Imports, Vegas Distributor, and German Vega and Sons, present the SugarCity MorningShow Christmas 4-day special live on North Television Channel 10 from 7 to 9 a.m. And this will be next week, Thursday and Friday, right? Thursday and Friday, then on the 23rd.
And the 24th.
And the 24th.
So next week, Thursday, Friday, and then the following week before Christmas, Monday and Tuesday. Special program. You're going to get lots of giveaways, raffles and giveaways. So please mark it down. Okay, if you have anything planned to go out that day,
make 7 to 9.
Go out. You stick to your TV because you can win big.
Yeah, and that will be those giveaways are exclusively for residents of the Orange Walk North constituency.
Okay, so you could if other areas can participate, but they can't win.
Yeah.
In other words, you have to be from Orange Walk North to win, and you have to be registered as a voter. Am I right?
Residents of Orange Walk North.
Residents of Orange Walk North.
Residents of Orange Walk North.
So as long as you're a resident of Orange Walk North.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, with that
could be somebody who is 17 and not registered, right? But they can prove that they are from Orange Walk North. On that note, we'll be having the University of Belize personnel.
How is that going to happen, though?
Coming on?
Because the registration card is going to tell you exactly where they're from. If that person is not registered, he can tell you anything he wants.
Let's talk to the organizers and we will see how will that work if it's only person that's are registered, because registered. Okay.
I was right. Okay. Only who are registered.
All right. So we will be talking to the UB. UB will be represented right here this morning, and that's coming up right after this break.
Let's go on a break when it's exactly 8 minutes after 8 o'clock, and we'll be right back with a lot more after these messages. Vamos a la pausa.
Punto cero. 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una.
Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el...
¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina.
Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's it. 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Shunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, home in. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank. I'm part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Sí, podemos ganar el cuarto, el quinto, el sexto. Yes, we can continue to win. Sí, podemos seguir ganando. All our highways, north, south, east, and west, have been reconstructed or are being reconstructed. The Philip Wilson Highway, the George Price Highway, the Hummingbird Highway, the Southern Highway are all receiving upgrades thanks to our United Democratic Party. We have built schools, classrooms, health centers, clinics, football stadiums, multi-purpose centers like this magnificent one that we occupy here today. Es un nuevo día para el UDP. un nuevo día para Belice.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 14 minutes after 8 o'clock. Bienvenidos todos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Las 8:14. Hoy tenemos el gran gusto de tener con nosotros aquí en este recinto dos personas muy importantes. Y estos vienen de la Universidad de Belice, personal de la Universidad de Belice. Por favor, únanse conmigo a darle la bienvenida esta mañana y los buenos días. Primero a mi izquierda, a la señorita Rosalía López. She is, vamos a hablar en inglés inicialmente, she's the secretary of UB and also the coordinator for the Northern Outreach Program. Good morning, Ms. Lopez.
Buenos días,
and
good
welcome
morning.
to the show. And no other than the Dr. Nestor Chan, who is the Dean of the Faculty of Education and Arts at the University of Belize. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And it's
Good morning.
a pleasure to have you here.
El placer es
a
nuestro.
distinct pleasure to have you here. You mentioned when we were just talking before that there is an innovation and transformational plan for UB, which includes extending UB services to other districts, and in particular to Orange Grove. Would you be able to talk to us about
That is so true. Our transformational plan for the University of Belize, which was created in 2017, has a 5-year plan that has a lot of urgency, which is one of the key things about it. It is urgent to transform the university. And within that transformational plan, we considered the expansion of the university to all districts in the country. One of the very important expansions would be the Northern Outreach Program.
Okay.
So we are already taking the necessary steps to identify the possibility of creating a satellite campus in Orange Walk.
Now, currently, Doctor, just for the benefit of the people, currently there are full campuses in Belize City and in Belmopan.
Correct.
And you have satellite campuses in Central Farm?
We have in Central Farm.
And also in Punta
Gorda.
And now, what you're thinking about doing is extending these services to the other districts.
That is right. And we have already initiated this expansion in Stan Creek District in collaboration with Ecumenical Junior College.
So you already have a presence, per
We
se.
already have a presence there. We have also extended our presence to the Keys, and we have an agreement with the San Pedro Junior College in San Pedro.
Would this be something like the extramural services of the University of the West Indies?
Something very similar to that, but we want to try to bring our students very close to the University of Belize. So we will be using all the technology, and we will also incorporate visits to central campuses so that students feel that they are university students of UB.
Okay, giving you the feel that you are a university
Yes.
student. Okay. When can we expect to get more information about this, or to get to know more?
Today we want to share our plan as to programs that we want to bring to the north. We have programs already in Orange Walk. I think at some point we had an informal discussion about these programs. But currently we have a bachelor's in business in Corozal Town, business administration. Anybody who wants to do a bachelor's in business and cannot afford to travel to any of the central campuses.
I did not know you had that offer.
Yes, we have a bachelor's in business in the north, here in Corozal Town, in Orange Walk. And see, one of the key things is to convince people that the programs can happen. And once we can convince them that programs can happen, then we can have the creation of and the expansion of the university, right? So we also have here, right across the street with ITVET, we have an agreement. We have an office, and Ms. Rosalia is in charge of that office there. We have currently 2 very important programs here. We have a bachelor's in primary education. And believe it or not, people said it couldn't be done. I proved to them that it can. We have a master's degree in educational leadership currently at ITVET.
Are you kidding me? No, I do realize and understand that a lot of teachers are taking up the programs.
Yes, there is a lot of interest, and we are convinced that teachers have realized that that is a way to go. Many of us cannot afford to leave our jobs, travel to Belmopan or Belize City, rent there, and in addition, add the cost of the studies.
So what they're doing is they're working during the day and studying at night.
Exactly. So they are killing 2 birds with 1 stone, like we say. They are.
And even at that, sir, a lot of people were still saying that is not possible, because how can you possibly serve 2 masters? And that only shows proof that where there's a will, there's a way.
When there's a will, there's a way, and when there is the support that is required.
The support is required.
So we have Ms. Rosalia here, who provides all the necessary support. We send all our experts that are needed to support the students. And in addition, we have created an online platform. So if the student is having difficulties attending any class, we will put that online so that the student does not miss anything. So it's a blend of face-to-face classes and online classes.
No, the courses that you're offering currently at ITVET for the business, for the bachelor's in
primary
education and the master's in leadership program, you have to be in cuerpo. You have to be there. It's not online.
It is blended. And for me to explain what blended means is that you come to the satellite campus once every 2 weeks. In the first week, you get your face-to-face theory, contact with the lecturer, assignments, all kind of things that happen in a class. The second week, you go online. You connect through your computer, through the platform, the Moodle learning platform. There are activities, there are discussions. There are virtual classrooms where you can actually see your lecturer in front of you in your computer, and you can communicate with them. You are given work to do, assignments to complete, research to do. The third week, you come back to the central campus and you meet with your lecturer again. And that is the pattern that we follow. And it has proven to be very effective.
Yes, proven to be very effective. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. Believe me, I did not know this. I really did not know, and I'm sure it comes as a surprise to a number of people here in Rangerock that you just didn't know that either.
Yes.
So we're looking to expand on those as well.
Exactly. So that is the reason why we are here, because we want to continue building the capacity in the northern districts, both Corozal and Orange-Walk. So we want students to know that we are here for them. We are recruiting for a bachelor's in primary. We are recruiting for early childhood and associates in early childhood, anybody. And I know there is a demand for early childhood education. We are going to recruit for a second cohort for the Masters in Education Leadership. We also are expanding nationally the secondary education programs. And we are targeting areas like Spanish education, math education, science education, help me here, language education, and I'm missing one, social sciences. Very important, because there is a new move to institute, and I think it may have been made official already, Belizean studies in secondary schools. And people don't have the training for it. So we have the social sciences that forms a platform for that type of...
I'd like to ask a question of you. And that this is I don't know. I don't know what would be the statistics, but I like to think that our teachers here in Orange Walk are are very well prepared. I'd like to think.
There is no doubt.
I'd like to think that
Yes.
that they're also trying to ambitiously enough to be able to get their masters if they only have their bachelors, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful that you yearn for something that you'd like to have and that don't have. How do we compare with the rest of the districts?
Corozal and Orange Walk, statistically, are the ones that have the highest number of trained
That's where I
teachers in the
wanted to
country.
go. Okay.
There is no doubt about that. We have, in fact, in 2015, we conducted a project here. At that time, Ms. Rosalia was also in charge of an office with Mr. Cantun in Corozal. We had a second office here in Orange Walk at the IT event. A project with the European Union and the government of Belize, where we invested about $2.5 million just in the training of teachers. And we targeted the early childhood level and the secondary level. And we trained over 350 teachers.
Wow.
So all that mass of teachers are in the system in the northern districts right now. In addition, we trained about 50 teachers who did continuous professional development, and 100 parents in early childhood. And you wouldn't believe how much the parents loved that training.
Kidding. All right,
So
I'm so glad.
100 parents in the districts of Orange Walk and Corozal have training in how students in the early childhood level learn.
Would these be the ones who go assist in the kindergartens? Some of them?
The target was not for them to work in a kindergarten. The target was for them to understand their children.
Okay.
So that they can help them
That's
at
fantastic.
home.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And currently, what is the situation with teachers' licenses and so forth? Anybody who, because I do have a neighbor who's aspiring to be a teacher, commendable job, and but I would just like to share the information. You know, what's the current requirement now? Do you need to have a bachelor's? Do you need to have a certificate in childhood education?
Depending on the level that you're targeting, because some people want to go early childhood, others want to teach primary, and others want to teach secondary. And a couple people, of course, will always want to be teaching at the.
But you must have a license to teach.
Each of the levels require a license. For early childhood, the minimum is an associate's degree in early childhood for you to have a license. Of course, you might be granted a provisional license, but that would expire within 5 years, and after 5 years...
And an associate, which you can easily get from St. John's or...
From St. John's, from CJC, or from the University of Belize. If you want to start specializing one time, you go straight to the University of Belize. That is what we're trying to show to our teachers or our prospective students. That you can go directly to the university, do an associate's, and directly move into a bachelor's degree with seamless transfers. For the primary level, it is also minimum is an associate's in primary education. If you already have an associate's degree from another subject area, other than education, then you are required to do a certificate in education. However, for primary education, more and more, we are looking at having students get a bachelor's degree, or teachers get a bachelor's degree. It gives them more status and more prominence, and of course we need the leaders of the future have to be well prepared, right? At the secondary level, for a full teaching license, you must have a bachelor's degree in an area of specialization. So if you want to teach mathematics, for example, you have to have a bachelor's in secondary education with math being your major.
No, UB can offer pretty much everything.
We offer a lot.
A lot of it.
You were going to say except what?
Except in the secondary education, do you offer, say, a degree in math or?
We offer degrees in maths,
Oh, you do?
science, biology, English, Spanish. I run out of. Sometimes I forget all of them.
Sir.
So I would like to consult my mascot.
Okay,
right?
fantastic. Now we're getting down to the
If you would look
nitty-gritty,
at my
all that
mascot
UB.
here, this is our jaguar,
Okay.
black jaguar.
All right.
It's our mascot. And at the back of this, we have all the programs that we offer.
And those are current.
Yes, and these are current. So when you look at our programs in education for secondary, we have biology, business education in 3 different areas. You could do management, you could do accounting, and you could do information technology. Those who like computers, right? We also have...
No, that would be a bachelor's in information technology.
Yes.
Would that pretty much give you an engineering position?
I would say at the pure IT, yes. But this one that we offer at education is for teachers to teach.
Oh, for teachers
But
to teach.
if you want to be an engineer in IT, then you go to Faculty of Science and Technology and you do the pure degree in IT.
Okay.
Okay? We also have English education, we have math education, primary, Spanish, and we're looking at developing very soon, it's already in process, chemistry and physics education, which are extremely difficult to find in the country. So we know that we need to do something about that.
Why is
that
it
area.
difficult to get? Because you don't have a lot of people involved in fitness.
We do not have in country very little capacity of teaching at that level. University of Belize has acquired the capacity to teach at the bachelor's level. Before it was difficult because of the requirements for chemistry, chemicals and all the things related to the equipment and stuff like that, the labs that are required. Now the university has it, so we can move on with that now.
So we're moving on with the
Yes,
university.
there is a lot of growth at the university.
I'm so glad to hear that.
And that's why we're saying this.
Maybe because of the absence of a presence here in Orange Walk, if you want to look at it that way.
It's a transformational dream, and we are working towards transforming the university. We do not want any student anywhere in the country of Belize say, I can't do something because I cannot get to it. No.
Go ahead, sir.
We will make sure that we can reach everybody. So you could be Sarteneja, all the way in the north, doing a program with the University of Belize. All you need is a computer and 1 day a week to meet with somebody, one day every 2 weeks to meet with your lecturer. Access to a computer, internet, you're good to go. Anywhere.
But that's not difficult.
In addition, to make sure that you don't have to travel far, we will have presence in Corozal. We have presence at CJC, which is Corozal Junior College, right? We have a presence there. So if you are from Corozal, the farthest you have to go is Corozal Town. Orange Walk, we have presence at ITVET. If you're a student in Orange Walk, the farthest you have to go is Orange Walk
That's right
Town.
in front of you.
Right in front of you. You are in Stan Creek, the farthest is Dangriga. If you are in Cayo, you have 2 options. The farthest points, Belmopan and Central Farm. And if you're in Toledo, you have PG Satellite Campus. If you're in the Keys, you have 2 options. You can come to Belize City or you can stay in San Pedro.
What's the current enrollment? Before we're going to break, because the motion
Yes.
doing that, we must go on a break. What's the current enrollment?
The University of Belize boasts 5,200 plus students and counting, because we are recruiting and adding numbers right now. 5,200 plus.
So.
Yes.
Wow.
So you can see that we are serving the nation.
Absolutely. Let's go on a break, Dr. Ms. Lopez. Let's go on a break at this moment, and when we're back, we'll continue talking about the extended programs that the UB is offering here in the north. Let's go on the break.
And whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. All right? These are the plans for my 5 best
features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit down park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost. now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Welcome back to Dr. Nestor Chan, who's the Dean of the Faculty of Education and Arts at the University of Belize, and also to Ms. Rosalia Lopez, who is the Secretary of the University of Belize and also the coordinator for the Northern Outreach Program. I gather from Doctor that UB only receives a subvention from government, but it has to generate money from the courses it offers to pay for its expenses, etc., etc. And just as a joke, I said, well, don't you have an endowment fund? What if I were to give you $10 million, which I don't have, obviously? But what if I, or anybody out there, a rich individual, would be able to say, tell you what, I'd like to endow the University of Belize with $10 million. Let them do whatever they want. What would you do with it?
That sounds like a dream, but the first thing that comes to my mind is we are going to put your name on the things that we are going to do.
Okay.
So we are going to build a satellite campus in Orange Walk. First thing. We are also going to strengthen the programs that we have currently in Orange Walk. We will make sure that the investment trickles back to the general student body, those students who cannot access our program. So we'll build all those transformational programs. Currently, we are already working on a music program. So by next year, we'll have music. We are working on
Is that a fact, music program?
Yes, that is a fact. In fact, we are recruiting our lecturers for the program already. We have developed the program. We have connected with universities in the U.S. who can assist. And we have developed all the what we call the curriculum that is needed, all the course outlines that are needed. We have already developed our plan for the building that we want to create. The very creative building that we want, that a couple million would go for that one.
I'm sure that.
And I'm sure that the tourism industry would be very happy. And the culture, the National Institute of Culture and Heritage, NICH, they would be more than happy to know that this is happening.
Because it's so lacking. So.
Exactly. And we currently are building our this is very historical, School of Medicine. Our health sciences, Faculty of Health Sciences is building its School of Medicine. Effective next year, October, we are going to launch our program to train our doctors in country with the assistance of Nicaragua, the Autonomous University of Nicaragua. You see where your $10 million will go? It will go in building capacity at the University of Belize. Our engineering program, we are waiting to launch the new programs in Belmopan. We have partnered with the Indian community. We have worked with India and the ambassador from India, and the buildings are ready, the equipment is ready, the program is ready we are going to start recruiting students come this year. So the transformational plan will be the priority for us. And those $10 million would help us to push this transformational plan and make the dream a reality.
Make the dream a reality.
And of course, anybody who is willing to do anything for the university, we are going to put your name for prosperity in there. So I could say, Mr. Martinez,
Wishful thinking, huh?
Martinez School of Medicine.
Okay.
And that will be there until the university
you know,
exists.
I'm sure that some people are listening who have had to have so much money in their accounts, and I just like to appeal to them. I mean,
or Mr. Martinez, not even giving money, but maybe you have 10 acres of land, and we could call that the Martinez Satellite UB Campus.
Don't push it.
Of course, because it's land that you donated to the university, and your name will be there forever until we exist.
Ms. Rosalia, how do you feel about being the coordinator of the Northern Outreach Program, considering that you are from Orange Walk? And is it something that you were enthusiastic?
Yes, of course, definitely. Like Dr. Chan said, I was also working for the Sugar Belt Project, which was a project which was sponsored by the EU. So besides that, now I'm the coordinator here and the Northern Outreach Program, and it's, of course, an honor. So what I basically do is assist the students with all their needs that they require now. Yes.
Okay, you require with all the needs that you require. That's good, because and do you have foreign students?
We have some foreign students, not as many as we would like, and there's
the first thing when she said,
where some of
the needs.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's where some of the investment is needed, because there was a discussion
need
with
housing.
an investment. There you go. We
You see?
need the very important services for those students, which you be at the moment with the fiscal situation cannot address. But we could
You
partner.
see how we need your money? You see
Yes.
how you need your money?
We could partner with someone who is willing to build this thing, put their name on it, and we share the profits.
Of course.
Right?
And
The
the-
profit for us will go to the student. Your profit is for you to continue growing, right? But that kind of partnership we're looking for. We have possibilities of bringing, let's say, 200 students from Mexico, right across the border. I'm sure that they want to come and be immersed in the English language.
Of course.
But where will we put them? That is the first question we have. We do the programs, but at a smaller scale, because we connect with host families. But that there is only so much that you can do with host families, right? The families have to be willing. Even though we pay them for the services, it's not as much as you would pay outside of a host family. But if we build the structures, if we build the systems, then we don't have to worry. You could bring 500 students, and that would help the university grow. In fact, some people from China want to come over right now. They said they could bring us 1,000 a year. Where do we put them?
Yeah. So
And to think that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So the university is actually looking to see if there in the satellite campus that we would like to build very near, we would like to build dorms as well for the students to board here, so they don't have to travel. So it's something that,
And then we'll expand our regional language center, and we teach Spanish, English, Maya. Why not?
Why not?
Exactly.
Of course. Because I do know of a lot of people going to from here in Orange, going to ICRO.
Ecosur. Sorry, my bad.
ICRO Instituto, UCRO, which is Universidad de Quintana Roo, here in Chetumal, but also going to schools in Morelos and...
Yes, we have Ecosur also in Chetumal and farther up.
And different
Campeche.
institutions, because I think that you have a Carl Rogers Institute in Chetumal that offers psychology.
Right.
And I know a number of people who go into that.
And I know a number of people who attend the UNID, which is the one that offers master's programs in Mexico. I mean, in Chetumal. But they struggle. With the language. They don't need to go there.
They don't need to go. Yes. They struggle with the language now, unless I don't see somebody who doesn't speak any Spanish going to a country where the only mode of communication is in Spanish. Right. I don't see that. You having to learn a language altogether?
Or expand your academic capacity, because your communicative competence is not the same as your academic competence in the language.
So I'm like, you better go someplace else where you are that teaches in English, where you can actually understand the teacher who is speaking to you in English, and also for you to be able to express yourself in English.
Right.
So I'd like to congratulate everybody who's at the helm of this expansion, because I think that it has become necessary. Absolutely necessary.
If you allow me, I want to recognize this vision and the support that we are getting from our current administration. The president of the University of Belize, Professor Emeritus Clement Sankat. He is the president who has been the key in pushing forward our transformational plan. His saying is, it's not only about planning, it's about executing the plan. Because we have spent too much time talking and shelving the plans. Create beautiful plans, put it on a shelf, full of dust 3 years later, and nothing gets done. Our emphasis now is, the plan has been created. Let us execute and deliver.
Which reminds me, because and I'm not throwing stones at anybody, but I remember interviewing the EU ambassador some time ago, and she's saying, well, I'm not going to be coming back for any groundbreaking ceremonies anymore. I'm coming for inaugurations.
Exactly. Because we want to see the product. The end product.
I'm tired of groundbreaking ceremonies.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw you in this one. We are, like I said, we are working very closely with our sister institutions all over the world. In early childhood, we have worked with the Lego Foundation, which is, everybody knows what's Lego. They're a multi-million-dollar foundation that's willing to help. We have done a lot of training with them. We are connected to the Play Futures website that they have given us access to all of us, because they love what we're doing.
But I still haven't heard you connected to the Bill Gates Foundation.
We haven't been able to break that one yet. But we are also working with other institutions, right? And Grambling University is one that has worked very closely with us. And very soon, I'm going to come back to this station to tell you about the innovations with Grambling, master's degree level. Everybody's waiting to hear about that one. But I can't say anything because we are in the process of signing a contract. Okay? But that is the kind of collaboration we're looking for. Nova Southeastern University, Commonwealth of Learning, all those big names that are willing to work with us.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. We're almost at that moment where we scarcely have about 5 minutes left in the program. So, Ms. Rosalia and Dr. Nestor Chan, I'd like to thank you. It has been an eye-opening experience for me, an ear-opening experience for me, because I did not know about your presence here, and considering that you're right in front of us. Right. But I'd like to congratulate you on your expansions and wish you all the best. And I'm sure that Orange Walk is hungry for more, and the northern part is hungry for more services from University of Belize, especially when it means that you're uplifting yourself and you're able to provide a better environment for your family, because you're obviously earning more money, and because you're obviously learning more, because you are obviously also imparting that information to your students, who in turn will learn from you. So it's a multiple effect thing, and so I'd like to thank you very much. And you are welcome anytime to come to the station.
And we look forward to that.
And to speak to us more about it, because, well, proudly enough, we are the only TV station that is on air here in the north, but we're also seen throughout the length and breadth of this country through cable and even through internet. So, again, thank you.
The nation will know.
Yes, the nation will know. Thank you very much, Mr. Salian.
Thank you. Have a good
Doctor,
Thank you very much,
it's
Mr.
been
Martinez.
a pleasure.
Our
And
pleasure is
believe
ours.
me that the door is open for you, and all the best with all the expansion that you have. And let me just give you the number. 302-2170 is the number to call, or maybe you can still access.
She has it already.
She accessed the same person
Yes.
you went through
Right.
when you made this. Pues, ¿qué más nos toca cuando son nada más pocos minutos para las 9? ¿Qué más nos toca? Dar las gracias a nuestros invitados y también las gracias al equipo de producción, a Rahim, a Chequi, que están aquí siempre con nosotros. Muchas gracias por todo esto. Y pues, ¿qué más nos toca decir a nuestra audiencia? De nuevo, muchas gracias por su participación, por su atención. Recordándoles importantemente que nuestra programación especial empieza tan pronto mañana con el Christmas Extravaganza Show, que dura desde el viernes hasta el siguiente viernes, lunes a viernes, y que también tenemos programación especial durante el Sugar City Morning Show con muchas rifas y muchos regalos, empezando el 19, el 20 y continuando el 23 y el 24 de diciembre. Compañeros, tengan un feliz día todos y gocen el día, hagan lo máximo del día hoy, no lo desperdicien porque no viene de vuelta el tiempo. Cuídense mucho y que Dios les bendiga. Nos vemos, hasta luego. De nuevo, muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Okay, espera un tantito.
Sugar City Morning Show.